Today, I'm going to give you the 5 steps to fully systemizing your bar and restaurant. This may be the most important video you ever watch for your business, so stick around. I mean it. Hi again, Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net. Today we're talking about a strategy and an approach that most business owners fail to implement in their business, and it is quite literally the most essential component to running a successful business that will give you the most substantial results, which is why I say this could be the most important video lesson you ever watch when it comes to the success of your bar and restaurant. So what I'm talking about is systemizing your business, meaning putting systems and procedures in place that will help your restaurant run on autopilot and grow it in ways that you probably never thought possible. Now, we go into great depths on how to systemize your entire bar and restaurant inside my just released new course. It's called the Restaurant Management Masterclass, where we cover all aspects of running a successful bar and restaurant, from leadership to hiring, firing, training, finances, marketing, promotions, item costing, menu, cost control, inventory. Everything you can think of is inside that course, and I show you how to systemize it all so it is fully automated. If that's something that interests you, of course, at any time, you can click on the link below this video. And if you're on a mobile device, you have to scroll all the way down to the comment section, or I'll put it right here and you can go check out the course details and see if registration's open right now. So if you're new to the concept of business systems, let me give you a 30-second history lesson. Most of you have probably heard about Ray Kroc, right? He's the guy who's kind of known as the father of business systems and the franchise model as depicted in Michael Gerber's The E-Myth. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's very good. It goes into great depths about business systems and covers a lot of the same things we cover in the Masterclass. So 70 years ago or so, approximately, Kroc, who many people believe founded McDonald's, he actually did not. He actually purchased it from a couple of brothers and then proceeded to fully systemize the business process. This is the same thing you see in a lot of franchise models today with Starbucks and Subway and other chain restaurants, which are all mega successful. Okay, so you can think of systems sort of like a cake recipe in which you follow a certain set of procedures to get an end result. All right, the closer you follow the recipe, the better the cake. If you just start throwing crap into a bowl and you're not measuring and you don't know what the ingredients are, you get chaos and a crappy tasting cake. So Ray Kroc was the first one to sort of take this cake recipe and put it into a business plan. In other words, he told the employees exactly what to do. This is what we cook the temperature of the burgers at. This is how many ounces of fries go into each bag. This is how you do this. This is where this goes. We clean the fryers each Monday, each week. This is what you wear. This is what you say to the customers when they come in. This is what you say when they leave. Everything. He left nothing to chance. He created precise procedures. He wrote them down. He used checklists, and he made sure every employee was trained on how to do them. He then hired managers to ensure that all the employees were consistently running the systems on a day-to-day basis. Now, the great thing about a recipe is that anyone can do it. All right, you don't need to hire Chef Ramsay to come into your home and make the cake for you and insult you for being slow or having an ugly kitchen or whatever he yells at people for. You simply follow the recipe. Anyone can do it. This is why you don't need geniuses to run your business. You need competent people to run your systems and your procedures. In other words, follow your recipe, which is clearly defined by you. What this all comes down to is the success of your business does not rely upon how good your employees are. It relies upon how good the systems are. All right, because it is so important that you spend your time figuring out how to grow the business and make more money instead of having to follow up with your employees on every little task they didn't do. Or worse yet, you have to do the task yourself. Okay, so I could go on, but let's go ahead and get to the 5 steps that I promised you for systemizing your business. And remember, the goal here is not to kill yourself by finding more hours in the day because you just don't have enough time. The goal is organized efficiency so you can grow your business, save more time, and make more money. Okay, let's get into it. Step 1, identify and list all of the job duties and tasks for each department. And you're going to want to get your staff to help you out with this and write down the procedures that they're already doing. Because the truth is, you have systems in place already. Everyone does. It's just most of them are very undefined. Systems are just procedures. So we want to identify what your procedures are and we want to improve on them. All right, this is the most important step. for finding out how your business is currently running right now. And when you list all these out, you'll be very surprised at how many inefficiencies you have that are clogging up your operations. And this is going to include any procedure that goes on in your restaurant. This is why it's great to have checklists, but this includes like, how do you open the restaurant? How do you close it? How do you answer the phones? How do you record the daily sales? How do you train your servers? What are the step-by-step procedures that are involved in every one of your processes? That's what we're listing out. Step 2, prioritize your task list. All right, here we're going to find out which tasks are taking up the most time and which ones are causing you the most pain. Do you need them? Can you throw them out? Can you make them more efficient? Here we're going to define what you need and what you don't need. Or in some cases, you might not have any procedures in place at all. Your employees might be running around like their feet are on fire, or maybe they're doing nothing. Your job is to throw out the time sucks and define exactly what they should be doing at all times. Step 3, build the system. Now that you've identified the pieces, it's time to put the puzzle together. Using checklists and manuals, you're going to define your processes from step 1 to step done. During this process, you need to ask the right questions to make sure that all areas are systemized, such as who will do which task? When will they do it? How often will they do it? What's the follow-up procedure to hold each person accountable for doing their task to ensure that all employees are executing all the systems each and every day? Step 4, monitor, track, and optimize. This is something you should be doing in all areas of your business anyway. Now, your systems and procedures won't be perfect at first. Of course they won't be. All right, the purpose of the first 3 steps of this 5-step process is to basically create a rough draft of the systems that will eventually be running your business on a day-to-day basis. And the only way for you to know how well your systems are working or not working is to monitor the day-to-day operations of your rough draft based on your observations and feedback from employees. As you identify problem areas, and you can adjust and optimize for better results, better sales, better production all around. Step 5, systemize your systems. Okay, so you're never going to have a fully finished product when it comes to systemizing, as it's going to be an ever-evolving, ever-changing, and improving process. However, once you get your systems so you're happy with them, you're going to need to organize all of your documents and your checklists and your procedures and your rules so you can quickly call on them at any time for training purposes or to hold people accountable, or when you want to improve your systems again. I personally love Dropbox for organizing all of your files and systems, and inside the Masterclass, I go over a detailed lesson on how to systemize your systems using Dropbox. So, those are the 5 basic steps we use to systemize your business. That's just an overview. Of course, inside the Masterclass, we go into a lot more detail. And I know it might seem like a lot to set up your systems in the short term, but you need to look at your business in the long run. You need to invest your time and your money in the long run for your business, or 3 months from now, or a year from now, you're going to be in the exact same situation you are now. You're going to have the exact same problems, or worse, and your business won't have grown at all. The greatest thing about systemizing is that everyone knows the systems, right? Because they've been trained on it. That means everyone's held accountable, and when someone does something that doesn't align with the systems that you've all put into place, it strikes a chord, right? It strikes an off-key chord. You notice it right away. Like when someone's playing the piano and that one key is off and it makes you cringe, it's out of place, and everyone immediately wants to fix that out of tune key so you can get everything back into harmony again. I swear it's like magic to get your systems in place. It's such a relief. It's like relief on crack. It's crack relief. I just invented that. And I like to offer you some crack relief. It's like a gateway drug to get you addicted to systemizing and success. All right, that's going to do it for the day. Thanks for hanging out. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I wish you the very best. Keep fighting the good fight, and remember, it's actually possible to grow your business without killing yourself. I'll see you next time. I'm out.